Alberta leaders, don't you ever like it when you go out and drive out between here, Lethbridge, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, and all the rural provinces in this country, and you see, at this time of year, you see choppers silaging, you see combines going to the field soon, you see sprayers, and even better, airplane sprayers? Isn't that just an awesome sight? Isn't that just an industry-leading key to Alberta, especially to us as young leaders eventually going into agriculture? Good afternoon. My name is Adrian, and I would like to present my topic on what does the next generation of agriculture bring to the table. First of all, I have 3 key points I want to talk about: education, irrigation, and lastly, Alberta beef. Nowadays, it seems that there's more technologies out in the world. So is the key to our success, we have to do education. It's not a must, it's not a need, it is a need and doesn't have to be a must. But I have learned in my recent years in college that it's important. I thought I knew farming until I went to college. And I said, if I ever farmed this career, I would have screwed up the Alberta industry, just in my part. Computerization on farm data, important for the next leaders. Why is it? Because everybody in this industry, in the States, in Africa, where they're farming, it's possible now. They computerize everything. It's for the consumer to know what we grow. So when they want to know, let's say Alberta beef, where was it raised? Canadian beef. Consumers and businesses will most likely, and actually not most likely, will look for humanely raised livestock. And why is that? Is that because of public? Is that due to immense public outbreak? Absolutely. The public information via media is increasingly getting worldwide. It takes not even a millisecond to travel from here to the other end of the world. 16%, or 23 million acres of land in Alberta that are suitable for agriculture, for growing crops. So what does that mean? We only have 16% of all Alberta? And did you know that one of the best soils in Alberta is right underneath our feet, Calgary? That's immense. We as the next leaders have to need the government's help in supplying that we still keep our best land, that we do not keep building Calgary. That best land is here. And now, the next part of the education would be sustainable agriculture. So what is sustainable agriculture? It means, in simple terms, that we produce food, fiber, and other products that protect the environment, protect public health, human communities, and animal welfare. A few key topics would be crop rotation, plant crops, not canola. Now how will we do canola, wheat, barley, corn? Then we can go back to canola. What's the reason? Canola will get pesticide resistance, and then we still won't have our crops. And knowing that in the next 40 years, our total population could increase to double, what does that mean to us? That we got to be more efficient in the way we farm. We got to tell the world that we need to keep the farmland we have. Soil enrichment. What does that stand for? Well, soil is arguably the single most prized element in agriculture. If it wasn't for soil, we wouldn't have crops. And how do we protect our soils? Stop tilling, like extreme hard tilling, which is plowing. Why do we need to plow a foot deep? You know what that means? The next wind we get in Alberta, it's gone. The dirty 30s were the reason why our soil left us. And you know what? We have to change that next generation. We got to keep our organic matter on top. We cannot let that blow away. What about bio-intensive pest management? That is an important key for us as well. What is it? That we take more biological stands fast compared to chemical. We need to get rid of some of our chemicals, the ones that cause damage to our agriculture industry. Why do we need Roundup 2,4-D? If we didn't have Roundup to a certain extent, absolutely. Why don't we have Roundup Ready canola? But at the same time, we'll need 2,4-D ready Roundup canola right away. Then we need Startup Roundup Ready canola. ready canola. You know what that means? Every single time we need more chemicals in 50 years. We'll have so many possible chemicals to kill our weeds that we cannot go any further. We cannot use Roundup and stuff, right? So the next key point is irrigation. Why do I choose irrigation? How is that going to help in our future? Well, irrigation worldwide is responsible for 70 to 80% of water consumption across the world. Isn't that crazy? 70 to 80%? It plays an important role. It plays a very important role in our world food production. This is, if there's one thing you got to remember, it's this. People say we're short of food. You know what it actually is? We're short of water. If we had water in Africa, they can grow the crops. History has shown us that while irrigation can be very beneficial, if mismanaged, we can have a crazy screw up with irrigation. We can wreck our entire crop. Then we better have dry land. 1.6 million acres of land are under irrigation in southern Alberta. That's 2/3 of irrigation in Canada, just in Alberta. 66%? You know, Alberta, way to go. We have found a key to successful agriculture. So, how are we going to deal with that 70 to 80% of water consumption efficiently? Well, there's two methods I want to talk about. It's called precision mobile drip irrigation and subsurface drip irrigation. You know what that stands for? You know what's good for that? We save our water. It doesn't blow away. It doesn't evaporate. Finally, conclusion for Alberta beef especially. Alberta is prone to Alberta beef. You know why? Because of the fetal alley down in southern Alberta. People, thanks a lot for your time.